Good morning, welcome to my channel. I thought I would share with you this morning an exercise that I've done this week in my sketchbooks. I set myself a fun challenge to use different tools to paint with, and I'd like to show you the results. I'm going to hop to the overhead camera so you can have a look at what we've got here in my sketchbook. So this is just an A4 spiral bound sketchbook. Yeah, I've just been playing in here. So these are all images that I have created from using my jug as inspiration. So very familiar with doing a jug shape, drawing a jug shape, and I quite like doing, as you know, the blind contour drawings to make a wonky shape. So I found it's a good fun way to warm up your hand, your eye coordination, just to loosen up, to have fun. It loosens just your style, and you can experiment with different ways of mark making. Just play and just have fun. So I did 6 paintings, all with acrylic paint, and I used different implements for each one. So this first one I used a stick, and I'll drop in the clips of me making them. So I've got just a very fine stick from the garden that I'm using with my acrylic paints. Are all heavy body acrylic paints, so I'm just using the heavy body acrylic. I think this one's in a magenta. Anyway, this one's done with a stick. The second one that I have done, this was using an old eye drop bottle. So this is just a bottle an eye drop bottle that I've obviously taken the label off and washed out, and I wanted to put some paint inside of that. Now, because I've used the heavy body paint, that was quite tricky to get the consistency right and also to get the paint in. But I persevered and managed to get some in, and this was the result that I got with the eyedropper bottle. I do have other squeezy bottles that I do put paint in, which are easier to use, but I kind of wanted something, a found tool, and also because the eyedropper bottle is smaller, you're handling it differently. So that was that one. I didn't do any more than just do the basic lines of that one. Number 3, I actually quite like number 3. So this one was made using an old pencil, which I then created 2 nibs, if you like, one at each end, from folded up masking tape. And so, yeah, I really quite like the mark making in this. I'm liking the colours, I'm liking the shapes. This one I was really quite pleased with the result. Number 4 was using some rosemary, a sprig of rosemary from the garden, and I've popped it into the end of an old biro case, just to give me a bit more stability to use. But because it's got a really floppy, the brush, if you like, is really floppy, you get a much more textured mark. I really quite like this. Sadly, the previous page got stuck on here, yeah, that's not so good. But yeah, I'm liking the mark making on this one as well. Delicate. Number 5 is a bit of an old favourite of mine of recent weeks. This is using a cotton bud. So I've put my cotton bud into the pen case and used that. And I think it gives it gives quite a soft tone. Somehow the marks are soft. But yeah, I'm liking the results with my cotton bud. So that's number 5. And then number 6 was using, I've got a long stick which I've kind of carved a nib at the end. So with a craft knife, I've fashioned a bit of a nib at the end. And yeah, because it's a long stick, you have less control over it. It's a wonky, bendy stick. So yeah, that's my result with the long stick. So I'm really quite enjoying these. I've got some very different results of all using the same reference object. And the surprising thing to me was when I got a mount for it and actually popped a mount on top of these, what a difference that makes. So yeah, it is amazing when you put a mount over any of your artwork, how suddenly that becomes more of a finished piece of work. So yeah, I've had a lovely time making this. So that's one of my challenges that I set myself this week. So if you want to loosen up your artwork, maybe have a go at just picking some random tools. It's a fun exercise just to warm up. Then try picking just some random objects and making paintings with those, and see how you go. Let me know in the comments if you've had a go with this and what tools you've used. Until next time, thanks for watching.